Hi, Stitchers.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura. Welcome to the Pattern Queens, episode 150. Today is
Ooh.
Sunday, June 16th, and this is a channel about cross stitch.
And friendship and rambles and lots of shenanigans and me being very thankful for my spouse on this Father's Day because he is being a dad and watching the kids while we film.
That's always good, right?
Yes.
Did I surprise you a little bit that it's episode 150?
You did. I didn't realize that we had reached that benchmark.
We didn't even come up with a goal for that, you know?
No, no.
So anyway, we would like to welcome you all to our video. If you're just finding us, then we hope you like what you see. I know that we had a lot of people come watch my whip parade, which was
Uh-huh.
craziness abounds, right? And
Right.
everyone's been lovely with their comments on it. And and I have more that I'll talk about in plans, so remind me, I'll write it down while you talk about your update. But
Okay.
if you're returning to our channel, we want to welcome you back also because that means you've joined the crazy and you're just embracing us.
Yes, yes. Welcome our people.
So what's new with you?
There's not really a whole lot new. Let's see. I just baby toddler. I went on a date with my almost 4 year old. It's hard to believe that he'll be 4 next month, but we went we went to Michael's because I needed to buy some things for the finishing class that we had yesterday that I'll talk about whenever we get to finishes. And then we ate lunch, and then we went to Barnes and Noble to get something for my husband for Father's Day, and just had a great time. It's I have a really cool kid. Um, and I have two really cool kids, but the 2-month-old, you can't really see his personality too much. But I just really enjoyed having that time to spend with my oldest. He's really fun. So, what's new with you?
Well, I'm sitting here still scrolling, trying to find the picture of the what I want to do. Okay, there we go. Now I'll have it ready. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Um, really, I've been hanging out this week on Tuesday. I had to go to grand jury duty selection.
Oh, jeez.
And what I found out, grand jury, if you're not familiar, is not where you are hearing a case and deciding the outcome of it. It's where you are listening to attorneys present cases and you determine if there is enough evidence to proceed. They
Mm.
still select 12 people. And because it's grand jury and you're not going to commit to, a 3 or 4 or 5 day trial, then they spread it out, and you do 6 months. So it would have been June through November.
Oh, wow.
And when the opportunity came to go speak with the judge, I went up and said, okay, I work as a para. It would be difficult for them to cover me. And I understand it's only 1 day a month. I only earn 1 day off per month, and they would probably make me use that day.
Mhm.
And the judge said, well, that's not good. And he just excused me, and that was it. And so I ran away and went straight to the cross stitch shop to the garage sale.
Awesome.
So that was kind of what was going on this week. And we've been busy. We're just trying to get everything ready um to get things cleaned up, and we're trying to move Bree to a different bedroom, and that has to be created and everything gotten ready first. So it's just kind of chaos here.
Yeah, sounds like it.
We did the finishing class yesterday and followed that up with a chat with our Frogwarts group. So that was fun too.
So fun. Yeah, I
So,
was sad that I missed the Frogwarts chat because I had to run. My baby was calling me.
um, so are you ready to jump into this?
Yes, yes.
How about we start with your finish and you can talk a little about that?
Yes. Okay. So, as we've been talking about, there was a finishing class yesterday for people who purchased the Something Wicked box from the Black Needle Society. And look at what I did. So this, I've already shown you the finished stitching. This is Bring Me Her Heart from the Black Needle Society. And we got the finishing kit for this in the box. And Lois of Lady Dot Creates, who seems like a wonderful, wonderful person.
She is
Um,
such a hoot.
yeah, she taught us yesterday how to do this, which is, and mine's a little bit off center. It's a little bit wonky. I've never done any sort of finishing, guys. Any sort of that isn't like cut around the piece of perforated paper and hot glue a magnet on the back. I don't really do finishing. I stitch the thing and put it away. So basically we you know, gathered this and made it into a circle. And then we had some fabric that we got with the kit too. And then we stitched them together and put pins in the top and chenille, and it looks really, really pretty. Um, this is really wonky, but it holds the mirror. It's that came in the box, so that's exciting. It's wonky. It's not perfect at all, but I'm so proud of myself. I did this in the
Yes.
2 hours in the 2 hour class that we had. Um, not really knowing anything at all. So I'm just really proud of myself.
There were so many people who finished, and I think Lois was just thrilled that people were
Yes.
finishing and were feeling successful about it. So,
I absolutely could not believe that I did this.
and your pocket looks fine. The blanket stitch never looks real even unless you're somebody who does that all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's always a just kind of a it's almost a more primitive feel stitch, in my
Mhm.
opinion. And
Yeah.
it'll always, it looks fine. It looks fine. It looks exactly like it should.
Thank you. The part that I had the hardest time with on this was whip stitching this onto the back because I just couldn't quite get it. So don't look too closely at it. It looks terrible. But I did it and I'm so proud of myself.
You did
So
the thing.
that's the update. So FFO number one for the year and like the decade. So
Awesome. So I don't have any finishes, and it is the 16th. I better get a move on because I have not had a finish this month. And one of my goals is to have a finish every month. So,
right, right. Yeah.
but I've
I
been
don't
working on huge projects. So, are you
yeah,
looking to?
I don't have an actual like finish, like a stitched finish yet.
Oh,
So
because you finished that in May?
mhm.
Oh, okay.
I gotta get a move on too.
But have you finished something every month?
Yes.
Awesome.
Even with the baby, I finished something. So
See, I love that. That's like a little goal that I feel like just makes you think, I need to go stitch. I have to
yeah,
get just my one little finish.
right. And they have been little finishes. So, but
I've had a varying, I mean, no, we did frogwarts. You did 12,000 stitches, over 12,000
oh,
stitches.
well, okay, that was a big finish, but everything else has been little.
Okay, how about stash? Would you like to talk about that?
Um, I got a couple of boxes. I showed you the things for the Something Wicked, the finishing pack that we got for that. I also got the May box from the Black Needle Society. I didn't bring anything in here to show you today because I don't know if everybody's gotten their box yet, and I don't want to spoil anybody on accident. I will tell you that the pattern, which is not a spoiler, there's a pattern in the
Yes.
boxes. The pattern that came in it, I want to kit up immediately, and we'll probably kit up next weekend when we go to the cross stitch shop because it reminds me so much of one of my really, really good friends, and I want to stitch it for her. So I'll show it to you next time we get together for a floss tube.
It really is a gorgeous pattern. Katie kitted it up before we even sent the box. Like she got it in her hands and she said, I must go kit this up.
Yeah,
So that was it.
What I can tell you is that if you have a good friend who's an English teacher, you'll want to give them everything that's in the box. But
Or
she's
so,
not getting everything.
yeah, there you go. So we were at the LNS before the garage sale started, and I found this cute little needle minder. It's not little. I mean, it's not little,
Yeah, right.
but Americana, and
Totally you.
this is from Primrose Stitches.
Cool.
And then I got my color and cotton fabric of the month. And this one is called, if you haven't gotten yours, look away. I don't know what club I'm in. I think I just am in the, hey, send me some fabric club. Mine is Sea Glass Soft. The cat's back here. So that's what color it is.
Ooh. Okay,
It
well,
is,
so that's my
it,
color.
yeah, and it really is like a soft, you can see it against the blue
Mhm.
really well, right?
Yes.
It really is just this beautiful, soft tealy green.
Mhm.
And I just loved it. So that's it. I probably have some other things, unless you want to see my stickers of the month, then you know, that's it. Although I should show you because I said that. There's one in here, and I'm gonna crinkle you guys because I have to get them out. There's one in here that will make you just giggle.
Okay.
Come on, stay in there. Was kind of a summery theme this time. Let's use the back of this.
I love that.
Isn't that fabulous? I'm trying to get
Those
them
are
there.
great.
They are shiny stickers, so
Love that.
but yeah. So the whole thing was summer, and the theme was fun. I get my stickers from Pipsticks.
So
Pia,
fun.
stop it. From Pipsticks, sorry. And you get some really fun, quirky things in there.
I've been thinking about because you told me that they have a kids club, maybe doing that for my boy who is now putting stickers on everything.
Katie and I,
We've
go ahead.
Oh, we've limited him to his little, we have like a little school desk looking thing that's in the living room, and he can put stickers all over that. It's his, he can do with it what he pleases. Just please don't put them on other furniture.
Katie and I are trying to decide if we're going to continue with it.
Mm.
Simply because we've been doing it for a while and we have a lot of stickers.
Yeah,
So I suppose, I've been using my planner more. I need to just pull the stickers out and put them in it, right?
right, right.
And
That
that would
makes
solve
sense.
that. Okay. That was kind of a ramble there, which we are known for. How
Yes, for sure.
about you know what? We didn't even ask. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whips today. How many do you have?
I have 3 whips and one of them is in common with you. So,
Okay, well, I'm going to start with one then, because I think we can make this work.
okay.
So one thing that I pulled out and I didn't do a whole lot of work is this Lizzie Kate boxer,
Mm.
and they're called the Inspiration Boxer. So I've been calling this one Gratitude. I'm working on the big one right now. And I found a piece of apricot linen in my stash because I didn't like what it came with. But I got that middle row of words and I started those little diamond thingies on the end.
Oh, great. Looking
So
good.
there you go. So that's one. How about you?
All right.
Oh,
So,
oh, there's going to be a cat fight.
uh-oh.
There we go. Maybe they're done.
So the first thing I worked on, I continue to work on Colorful World Striped Skunk from Ink Circles because it is very cute and it came with all of the stuff to finish it. You know what? Maybe now I'm a finisher.
There you
But
go.
but this looks like one that's more sewing, so I might take the
Uh,
stuff to my mother-in-law because she
it's
said
a
that maybe
soft finish, but
yeah.
yeah.
there's instructions in there. We'll see what we can do. So anyway, and this is on a piece of 32 count limited edition from Mystic Fabrics, and I still have it in the hoop. But here's where I am. I got the flowers done around. I've started on the skunk. The skunk doesn't have a whole lot more. I've just got to get up to its tail, and then I have the stink lines left to do. We're moving right
So
along.
cute.
I really like this one quite a bit, and I think it was for Christmas. Katie got me this.
I think.
It's either Christmas or birthday. I can't
Was
remember.
it a
But
whole kit?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. Well, she actually got me 2 kits. So here I can kind of show you. This is the rest of the stuff that comes with it, and then there's a companion piece to it that she got me as well. So I'll have a pair of skunk pillows by the time I'm done with this.
Not something everyone can say.
No, and I'm probably gonna fill it with nice smelling potpourri because that would make me laugh.
That would be funny. That would be funny. Okay, the next one that I worked on for the about 10 minutes that they let us sit down on jury duty is Collector's Heart,
Oh, nice.
which was a present from Keisha, and it came with the floss in with it.
Mhm.
Okay, I have to think through all of these. And there's a little button which is in this bag somewhere, but let me see if I can get, so it's right there.
Oh,
That's too close, right? There we go. That little square button. So that will go on at the end. But I worked over here
mm,
and I'm still working. So see,
yeah,
I could finish one of these things, one of these first 2 projects, they could be my finished for this month.
for sure.
And actually, this the Collector's Heart is one that I identified as something I should use for a 25/7 and just put 25 minutes in every day and see if
Mhm.
I can get finished.
Yeah,
So, but it
definitely. I'm
was,
sure you could get that done quickly.
yes, it was one that I knew was ready and I just
Mhm.
grabbed it and left. So,
Awesome. Good to have those projects.
yes. Okay, how about you?
Okay. The next thing I worked on was Mama Hen from Mill Hill. I love her. I love her so much. Like I said, not a chicken person. The 2 babies just got my hormones when I was pregnant. And here's where I am on her.
Wow.
Yeah, she's coming right along. I sat down and I did almost 200 stitches on her yesterday. So I finished her wings and did like the whole bottom part here, and then started on one of the chicks. So
Awesome.
there isn't really a lot more left to her. It's the chicks, and then the flowers around the bottom there and the top of her head. Um, and then I'll be ready for beads. So
See, you could finish
I
her
could
this
probably,
month.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
There you go. There's your focus on a finish now,
There
right?
we go. I could, same as you, I could finish this one, or I could finish the skunk probably this month if I just really.
Okay, my next one is one that I have pulled out for the acrostic in Magazine Monthly Challenge, hosted by Carolyn and by Robin on Facebook. And it's just kind of a fun group to get you stitching. So supposed to be pull out those magazines and in my case, I feel like magazines and the pieces on my device because I
Mhm.
kind of forget about those. And
Right.
their point was that you needed to remember that you had those things too and pull them out and stitch them, but you don't have to be doing that for the prompts. So I pulled out One Nation, and I
Oh,
am
yes.
working up in that blue field, and we'll have all the information about the fabric and stuff down below because yeah, but that's where I got. So I have been
Ooh.
working across the bottom of this,
Mhm.
And I put it in, got all the way across to the end, and figured out that right here, I had left an extra stitch. So I
Oh,
ripped it
no.
all the way out, went all the way back, and I still have the same error. So
Oh, no.
I'm gonna leave it for now, and I'm
Mm.
going to go up to the top. I'll fill those in, and then I'll start working on the lines, the blue lines across with it,
Mhm.
and see, see if that helps.
You
Maybe I'll do
okay.
some blue and some white together. So, like maybe I'll start at a corner and do
Uh-huh.
the blue flower there and then do the white star.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So do like diagonals as I'm putting
Yeah,
it in.
that'd be nice and keep you from having a counting error whenever you get all the way to the other side.
Yes. And I just don't know because it's the same pattern over and over. I can't imagine what in the world I've done, but I'll figure it out and then I'll pull back that far and we'll go. And I live
And
in
every
Missouri.
once
Go ahead.
oh, go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say every once in a while, designers will kind of stick an extra stitch in somewhere in those repeating patterns just to make it all like kind of fit.
Yeah. And so this would mean that they would have had to shorten one of them.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah,
very symmetrical. So I'm just like, I'm not going to
right.
pull this out again until I have a little
Yeah,
more in. And I'm okay with that.
right.
Normally, I am a frog that thing out immediately and go, but I don't know where the error is and what's going on. So
Right.
I'm going to take a different approach to it and figure it out. We live in Missouri, which is one of the white states
Mhm.
on the stripes. You do have 13 stripes on here. And I think what I'm going to do is stitch it in etoile or in something different to make
Oh,
it
cool.
sparkly. So,
That'd be fun.
yeah. And just, that'll just be a little different. And I have this just because I am a July birthday, July
Mhm.
3rd. I have this in a bag that I made with all the stars. And the
Oh,
inside
perfect.
is this blue denim.
I love that bag. I think it's so
Me
good.
too. I love to pull it out. Okay, so I'm thinking the next one you have is one that we have in common, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so let me show this other one first because I'll unbury it. Is that
Okay.
okay?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, so I have had a plan to work on Life After Death and do 150 stitches a day. It's by Long Dog Samplers. I know it's right up there. Um, and this is my actual paper pattern copy before I decided that I would never get it done using a paper pattern and went back and instead purchased the PDF, which is Pattern Keeper compatible. I did not work on this yesterday because we were doing other stuff. So,
Hmm.
but I've done every other one caught up.
Whoa.
That's how far I am. Wrinkles
Wow.
and all. But this week I have been focusing on this top up here. And I did all of that back stitch, which does not count in my 150 a day
You're right.
because I figured by Pattern Keeper, and that's just not part of it. But
Yeah.
I've been working on all of that, and man, do I just love this piece. Every time I pull it out, I think I just love it more and more.
Mhm. Oh,
So,
good. I'm glad that you're still like loving it so much despite working on it so frequently, because sometimes you can burn out on big pieces
yes.
like that.
And if I hit a point on a day where I'm like, I'm not feeling this, then I will put it away and I'll
Mhm.
just make the stitches up in the next day or the next 2 days. I'll
Right.
just split it up and do it. But I've kept up with my goal, and that's been my important thing.
That's great.
Okay, now I'm sure I'm to the one that we have in common.
Okay, sounds good. So last week we did a stitch with us and we worked on Bluegrass from
Oh,
Inks. Oh,
no,
never mind.
it's not. That's
I didn't
funny.
I did not work on Peacock and Pomegranate.
I didn't pull Bluegrass out. Okay, wait, I think it's right here.
We're professional guys. We've done this 150 times.
That is so funny because I'm like, oh, you worked on this one too. That's so awesome. Okay. We are so fabulous. Do you have a picture of Bluegrass to show,
I
or
don't have
so
it.
I'll drop one in?
So anyway, we've been working on Bluegrass. We worked on it during a Stitch with Us.
Yes, we did.
We totally did. And this is what mine looks like. And that's what Lara's looks like.
Whoops, oh yeah, it's attached.
So mine is on a piece of 32 count linen that was a solo dye from Silkweaver.
And mine is on a limited edition from Color and Cotton.
And I think, well, we have 216 stitches on this. I'm trying to remember.
I think that's right, because I reloaded my needle and put in one stitch, so you had to put one extra stitch.
One extra. So we after we got off, I caught up to Lara so that we had the same amount of stitches.
So Keisha starts top left, I start bottom right. But is it interesting to see just kind of how we attack things?
Yeah, because it's close, but not quite.
No.
So
and with it being
that's
on Pattern Keeper now, that's fabulous because it's easier for me to plan a path that way. I don't know why.
well, and we did Helianthus together.
Yes.
And the fun thing with these sorts of patterns are symmetrical, which means it's hard to fudge it if you mess up. And I frogged a big bit of Helianthus like 3 times before I got it all stitched the way it was supposed to. So I'm really enjoying having Pattern Keeper this time around, just so that I can mark it off. And but I was also at a retreat and I was chit-chatting, and so that was probably part of the problem.
And if you need to know, Ink Circles sells all of her patterns on her website as PDF format. You can get a paper copy from her. I think you can get a paper copy from her. She may send you to a shop to get that. But you can absolutely buy PDFs from her, and she's really good about getting them out right away. It's a fun pattern to stitch, and it does make it easier. I mean, like I was marking off every couple of stitches just so that I didn't get off.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Same here. Same here. Because it's easy to get kind of caught up in all of it. And then you're like, wait, where am I at?
Yes. Yes. Especially when you're talking.
Yeah. Or whenever you're doing it one stitch at a time. Like I'm using Jumble Arts Lagoon. So I'm not doing back and forth like I would with DMC. So that also kind of makes it harder for me to count sometimes because I'll lose my place easier if I'm doing that.
Yes. And I definitely don't want this to get off. That's not fun.
Right. No, because then you have to figure out where you're off. That's a struggle too. So
okay, so I have one more whip.
And I didn't work on this.
And pomegranate. We agreed that we would try and work 1 week on this. But and I have it on Magazine Monthly Challenge to work on it. But I kind of got on a roll, and so I thought that I just needed to strike while the iron's hot. And I am this far across. There are 24 of those across the bottom, and I think I am at 17.
Wow.
And
you really did.
Yeah. Well, and my fabric it's not quite coming up. It's close. Morning Song Blue from R and R. But we split the floss for this.
Yes.
You're going to have more floss.
Oh.
Because are you doing 36 count and only one strand?
I'm doing 40 count and only one strand.
And only one. So you might be okay. You'll have to see. But it's all DMC that we're doing. So it's okay. And the cute thing for me is that I have this, in a bag from Tara, the 805 stitcher. My brain just wouldn't do it. Look at the pretty peacocks in there. And
Perfect.
um she added in a needle minder.
Oh, fun.
So yeah. But I have really been loving this, and this has been like an easy project for me to pull out and just work on.
Well, awesome.
So
And we're planning on stitching on that next week for our Stitch with Us, we had decided. So
yes, so if you have yours, get it out. I know I saw in the comments, which I have not replied to, I'm sorry, that there are a couple other people who have this one and that they would like to pull theirs out too. So pull it out
definitely.
and stitch with us.
Yes.
So you kind of segued for us into plans.
Lands. So speaking of 25/7, which we did a long time ago, um, I am kind of inspired by your talk of 25/7, and I have decided that probably I could finish this month if I just did 25 stitches a day. And
Yes,
maybe the 25 stitches won't happen like on that day, but that's 175 stitches a week. Um, I I don't remember what year it was that we did 25/7 pretty faithfully, but whatever year that was, it would take about a month to do this size mill because they have about 1,000 stitches. So,
that's not
um,
bad.
no. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Um, I haven't been stitching as much just because of what my life is like right now. Um, but what I've found is if I go a couple of days without stitching, I really do this as like kind of my wind down time and like some mental health, something for me. And if I go a couple days without stitching, then I probably haven't taken any time for myself. So I'm going to try my best to do 25 stitches a day on this just to kind of like restart it. I know that I'm probably going to have some models coming my way soon. And I really love stitching on the models, but I'll need a little break. So that's my plan. I'm going
And
to do
something to
25.
show, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If you only see this gal for the next month or so, no, she'll be done. But um so anyway, that's my plan. And that's about the only plan I have. I'd like to work more on my skunk because he's fun. I have other things that I should be working on, but right now, my plan, 25 stitches a day on that hint. Gonna try my best to stitch it, get back to stitching every day. So
And she wants to do that because we had a discussion this week. We both
mhm.
are July birthdays, and I told Keisha what my plan is this year. And of course, no, you can't go up there. There you go. Sorry. That's the angry one.
I
Um,
can't.
Keisha is the easiest person in the world to talk into stitching along with you. Even when you choose a piece that is 330 by 417. So in July, we are going to start Anne Grimshaw 1818.
Oh, fun.
And it's such a gorgeous piece. And I keep looking at it and thinking, I really would like to do that.
Hmm.
And I want to get it started. So Keisha said, oh, I'll do that with you.
And then she said, I have to warn you, it's this size. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I guess I better start getting my materials. And she's like, I'll buy you some floss for your birthday. Awesome.
Yep. And then I found oh, so Keisha's floss is going to be really pretty. Mine is going to be, I have two coming so that I can kind of decide. But then I also sent her a picture of the pieces in my stash that were big enough, which is just kind of a funny picture.
Mhm.
And what I found out is that this one right over here is an even weave. And I have kind of an antique white piece in there too. So it could be that we end up tea coffee dyeing that fabric.
Yeah.
So we would have to find a tutorial and do that and get it done. But it would make this a great big adventure piece.
Right, right. friend piece. And when did we decide to start it? Because we decided that we would start it on a Stitch with Us in between our birthdays. I think we landed on maybe the 21st of July.
That's when we were hoping that everything would be here. Although
Mhm.
we can change that as soon as
Oh, yeah.
mine comes, because as long as Katie finds hers. So Keisha's going to use the skein that I ordered, or the hank that I ordered for her, won't be in until like really late. But I have a hank of it, and Katie has a hank of it, and Katie hasn't opened hers yet. So she has said that she'll just give Keisha hers, and she'll keep the one that I bought Keisha when it comes in.
Which is perfect because that means it's here.
So I think mine has already shipped, and we'll see how
Oh,
long it
okay.
takes to get here. So it could be, so we're doing a Stitch with Us next week.
Hmm.
And then, okay,
So either the 7th or the 21st.
so this,
Definitely not the 14th.
right. Well, and that's like the last day of Frog Awards. So we
Yeah.
might do it on the 7th if you're good with that.
Yeah. The 7th would be fun. The 7th would have been my grandpa's birthday.
Oh,
So
that's sweet.
yeah.
So that would, we'll try for that and see if we have everything in that we need, and if we can do our thing.
All right. So anyway, what we're saying is sometime in July, we're going to start a great big old piece together for our birthdays. So if you have a great big old piece or a
Yes.
samplery piece or just something that makes you think of us and the craziness we like to stitch, come to our birthday stitch start along.
So, that's a lot of Quakers on there.
Hmm.
There's some really cute Quaker patterns out there,
Yes.
and you could choose to do one of those. So,
Yeah. Come on, join us. But you don't have to join us for a 300 by 400 size piece.
so
No one
Doreen,
is as
Doreen was asking if I was going to have a birthday start, and the answer is yes, multiple. I haven't settled on things yet, but yes, a lot of them. I think I have things listed um for what I want to start in July.
yeah.
Oh, actually, I only have one piece listed for July because I knew that I would go nutso, and yeah.
Well, and just a heads up, this is future plans. I probably will not have an actual on my birthday start because the day after my birthday is camp. It's the first day of camp. And we decided a couple videos back that I am starting swimming with scissors from Ink Circles that we got in the Best of BNS box. I am starting that on August 1st, the first day of retreat. So if you have that and you're coming to camp, come stitch it with me. That's my day after my birthday.
That'll be fun though. And you know what, I'm going to have 3 different pieces at retreat. Oh, I forgot one thing. I'm going to
Mm.
pause this video and grab it and show you, because I have a fully finished item also.
Ooh,
Okay, guys, so I got it. So we went to the LNS multiple times this week. I'm going to tell you the truth. But we went in yesterday because Katie wanted to kit some things up, and one of the ladies came over and said, "Oh, we have some of your framing done. Not everything that we put in, but we have some of your framing." So I'm going to show you from the side because this will be fun. So I got one of mine back, and this is the frame. It's this, it's a metal frame.
uh-huh.
And what's in it, I think you saw it.
Yes, I do.
Who let the frogs out?
Ah, so
Rip it,
fun.
rip it, rip it. This, I love this so, so much. So this is on a piece of, it's a light green linen. It's from Picture This Plus. Oh, I can't think what it is. Um, but then it's stitched with Toxic from Mrs. Sadis Silks. And I just had one little skein and we made it work. So I put in all the words in the middle and then I took it to camp and let people add things in. Jennifer
Mhm.
says this is her frog, but Keisha
Yeah.
had to add this arm and the needle.
I added no, I added the other arm and the hoop.
Oh, okay. So that is such a fun
Oh,
piece.
so
And
good.
I'm not typically a metallic frame person, but the bright green frames that they
Perfect.
had were discontinued. And we saw this and we're like, what do you think about a metal frame? So I just think it's perfect with
Yeah,
this.
it is. It's absolutely perfect.
I love it so much. And that's one of my plans. See, this is train of thought thing that happened here. One of my plans is that at camp I will have another one from the series. And oh, I should have tucked in some extra skeins of floss in my order.
Mm,
Maybe I'll message and see if I can do that. Um, since I know yours won't ship for a little bit.
right.
Because Keisha's floss is coming from Mrs. Sadis. But I would like to get another really, really fun floss like that
Yeah.
and
Ooh.
stitch, or I'll pull out my silks for you and we may do that.
Mhm.
So it'll be another one. I don't know which one it will be yet, but I think I have Hoop, there it is, and Whip It Good.
Mhm.
It'll be one of those. And I have a couple other pieces. I think we're going to take This Is the Day to camp with us and work on it.
Mhm.
And Judy and I, that's what Judy and I started last year at camp. And then I have a kit that I'm going to start with Jennifer, and it's called the Frog Prince, and it's from Bothy Threads. And it's a rabbit holding a frog and getting ready to kiss it.
Perfect.
And I love bunnies, and she loves
Mhm.
frogs. And so,
What a
it's the
friendship
friend
piece.
piece.
Yes.
So but I'm sure I was going to say that I feel like I should take P's and Q's so that when you start your piece at camp, your
Mhm.
octopus piece, that I can work on my P's and Q's and it'll be my
Yeah.
Keisha birthday piece again.
Perfect. Sounds
I've
good
been
to me.
dying to get back to that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Such a fun one.
Yeah. So I'm going to lean off camera because one more thing I'm going to show you guys. I was trying to decide. I think that I actually put some in here too. So garage sale. Garage sale happens every 2 years at our LNS. And people bring in their stuff that they're getting rid of. So this was my first trip.
Oh, wow.
And so I went out there on the Tuesday after I finished jury duty.
Mhm.
Everybody had been asking Katie where I was, and she's like, oh, she has jury duty. So they said, oh, well, what does she like? And then people were just handing Katie charts. So I really
Uh-huh.
didn't do much shopping the first day.
Nice personal shopper.
So we went out yesterday and we still have not made it through all the bins. There is a
Oh,
lot.
wow.
That's And I shopped for other people yesterday too. I don't know if you saw in the chat, but I was posting pictures saying, hey, there's this, hey, there's this. And people would be saying, okay, yeah, me, because they're garage sale prices and it's pretty exciting. And
Right.
anyway, that's a lot of patterns. And, you know, what I thought I might do, depending on how you guys would feel about it, is a garage sale parade,
Ooh.
which would go up on July 14th, because that's the day that we won't have a video because it's in the middle of retreat for Black Needle.
Mhm.
And that would be one that I could work on filming, and it could just be ready, and it would go up that day. So here's my question. Do you want to see all of the stuff that I got from the garage sale and see all the great buys of things that we got? Because I'm going to tell you, I'll give you a little preview here. I won't tell you price. This
Wow.
that you can't even find on the secondary market. This. Katie found this and snatched it up for me. She knows I love a good Americana. I've ordered the threads to do it. They originally did it on a 10 count canvas. So all of those beige stitches, all of that beige is stitched. I will be choosing a pretty piece of fabric and just putting this on it and not doing that background.
I don't blame you.
But if I do a parade, I'll tell you how much this cost. So do you want to see it? Do you want to sit through me showing you all of these patterns for this whole time? And I will have gone to the LNS again because Keisha and I are going Saturday,
Yes. Yes.
which is the last day of garage sale.
Ooh, fun. So we'll get to see all the stuff that's left. I'm excited to go because I haven't I've never been to a garage sale day.
Oh,
So I'm excited just to go see. Um, Also, not only is July 14th the last day of Frogwarts, but it also is the day that a special little boy turns 4. So I'll also be busy that day.
although you think you're going to do his party on Saturday, right?
Yes, yes. But we'll spend some family time together on Sunday, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that whole, and they figure that out and they like you to stretch that. We were in Chicago for Katie's 5th birthday and then came home and did with relatives. And then we came
Mhm,
home and did our family birthday party. And then we also did a kid birthday party. So the
mhm.
year she turned 5, she got 3 birthdays. So
Oh,
the
fun.
next year she said, "Do we get to go to Chicago for my birthday?"
Oh, see, generally we have a birthday party, and then we take him out of daycare and just go do something fun with him during the day. But his birthday's on a Sunday, so we're just trying to figure out what we're gonna do. But we also have a family tradition that was started last year, but it's a tradition where we buy a store-bought cake and then we just go and get a whole bunch of like icing and sprinkles and all kinds of stuff and decorate our own cake for everybody's birthday. So,
Ah, fun.
which we could bake our own cakes, but the past year it's been store cake, so
So I'm sure we have more plans because we are definite planners. If you were part of our text thread, you would get to see all of the crazy that goes through and how plans develop. But anyway, I think at this point we may just be rambling. What do you think?
and shenanigans. I mean, please don't talk me into another huge project this week, Laura. I can't take
I'll
it.
just talk you into 7 small ones. Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. Done.
So then I guess for today, there's really nothing else left to say except bye.
Bye. Have a good week.